Hey, I'm Tom from Rocket Slide. These are Broncos, and today we're going to discuss Bronco tailgate emblems. Ford versus China. What's better? Let's find out. We have a Bronco Badlands, which comes with the chrome one. Well, we're using this car for automotive photography work, and so we're gonna do some blackout on this vehicle as we go along. We ordered the black horse from Ford, the exact same molding as the chrome one. This is a really nice piece, and it does have its own adhesive backing. It is not coming off in the car wash. This one came from a company called Moco Direct, and I looked at a couple of these non-Ford licensed ones, and this one actually has some really great detailing to it. It is absolutely line for line, pretty much exactly like the Ford Motor Company one. From what I can tell, it's a nicely molded piece, where some of the other Bronco badges and whatnot aren't really molded that well, and you can tell they're made of cheap plastic. Again, this has some nice little tear tab there for the adhesive, so it's gonna stick on really quickly. So if you're looking to get like the matte black logo going on pretty quick, I would say that one's a pretty solid investment. So I think it's really like up to you to choose, like, do you want something made in China on your car? I mean, let's not kid ourselves. There's a lot of Chinese made parts on these vehicles, but if you want to go gloss black, it's going to blend into the rest of the car. That's pretty cool. It's going to be a cool look. The matte black may set it off a little bit. So this one's obviously 48 bucks from Fomoco, Ford Motor Company, original. And this guy's $19 on Amazon. The deal is I want to do this in a matte black so it matches the matte black graphics that we're going to do on this truck eventually. First step on this is to remove the old one. But before we do that, we're going to mark it with some tape markings and probably find a couple points on the star here to figure out like exactly the mounting location. And you just need 3 or 4 of them and then you're good to go. So I'm just gonna cut a couple of little triangles here with this automotive tape, but I'm just gonna cut it like in little diamond shapes like this. So grab a couple here. Don't cut yourself. So part of what we gotta do is identify the points of the horse we wanna do. I know this one really sticks out, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little marker there that points to that. And this little point right here on the tail, I feel like is a nice identifier. And this will help us get this thing right on the money. Just with those 2 points, I think we'll have it spiked. But just for good measure, we'll do these 2 hooves as well. I'm gonna get just this little finite point of the horse's left side front hoof. And then I might even do one here as well. It's starting to come loose now. Let's see. And you may want to just have another hand free to catch this thing as it comes off, because these are nice little emblems. They're well made, and you may want to put it back on. So there we go. Ow, it's hot. And there we go. Grab this last little bit. Try grabbing by the tail. It is hot as... You don't want to put the new badge directly on this old adhesive. It'll be all lumpy and bumpy and not fit right. So while this stuff is nice and warm, just go in here and peel it off. And once we have it off, we'll actually kind of clean this area. But there we go. So if you want to be lazy about it, you can just use the dirt line that's left from the first couple of car washes. But we're not going to do that. We're going to clean the area lightly. And really, there's just a tiny bit of residue left. I don't even think we need any goof off, but you can use alcohol or whatever to clean that surface. That way, when you mount the new badge, it has a good adhesion. Nice soft paper towel just to get the alcohol and be able to kind of scrub that stuff off. All right, so next I'm using my microfiber cloth and a little bit of spray detailer to just clean the area on the hole. I don't want to like put a heavy underlayment coat. I don't want a ceramic coat under these because then the badges won't stick at all. But I'm just gonna use a little quick detailer just that I know it'll clean any of the contaminants that are remaining off of the truck. And using the microfiber will ensure that we're not scratching the paint here. And I can go over these little tape marks without screwing stuff up too bad. All right, so it's time to mount the badge that we want. We're gonna do the matte black one, and you can see that we've got our points still there. Clean the area, nice, and so it should go on really easy. I'm just gonna kind of line it up. We said this is our driver's side Bronco foot, and that's our tail in the main and the rear hoof. So that looks like it's gonna line up pretty well. Go ahead and peel the backing off. And then what I'm gonna do is use my fingers to try to like hover it off of the paint. Letting eyes kind of guide me. And I'm sitting in the same position as I marked it, so I know we'll get it pretty darn close. But why don't you check that out? See if that did the trick. So the last step is just to hit it with a little more spray detailer to get the tape residue off. No need to dig in with goof off or alcohol on that unless you use some really terrible tape. Never use duct tape or anything stupid like that. So I'm gonna go back in here and wipe out all these little spots where there's residue. Dunzo.